a lot of people have this upper trap discomfort. In the middle of the night last night, the way I was lying down on one side, upper traps was hurting. I'm like, aha, perfect time to do the test. What if I do this one movement? Does that settle trapezius down? Got up out of bed, and I did this movement just 3 quick times. And I was amazed at the change. That discomfort was gone. So this is something that you get to try. I'm not sure this is going to solve your problem. Pandiculation is such a beautiful way to teach the nervous system how to let muscles relax. We really want to be able to pandiculate upper, middle, and lower trapezius effectively so your brain gets the message that it can let those muscles relax. But I suspect that if you are pandiculating your trapezius muscle, upper and middle traps, by shrugging up your shoulders and lowering it down, you're not doing it right. You probably know that it's not working. We're trying to teach the brain how to let the muscles relax. Now, before we do this, I'm going to show you, and it's very easy and brief, how to do it. It only makes sense to go upstream to solve the root of why are your shoulders shrugged all the time. And a lot of it has to do with breathing. How we get stuck in this cringy stress-tension reaction. It's super important to come out of the tensions of stress by changing where your breathing is stuck. Can you breathe in every direction? If you have one contracted side and your brain's trying to hold the shoulder up in the place it thinks the shoulder should be, well, it's going to overuse all those muscles that help shrug the shoulder up. You got to go upstream. I think that's required. Go upstream, address your breathing. My videos talk about how to recover your breathing space, all the dimensions. It's easy to think that trapezius shrugs the shoulders. That's not really what trapezius is designed to do. Think about upper, middle, and lower trapezius as a set of muscles that rotates the shoulder blade. It shines that socket up toward the sky. It rotates the shoulder blade. That's what we're going to do. Pandiculation is teaching your nervous system how to let the muscles relax. Let's figure it out. It's rotation of the shoulder blade. We're trying to rotate the shoulder blade up. The outer shoulder blade pulls to the back of the neck, and the inner shoulder blade, the medial angle of the shoulder blade, it's going to actually pull down the back. The whole thing is rotating both shoulder blades. Well, let's do it in a very cat-like way. Let's do it sort of like this big, pulsing, pleasurable crescendo. Feels like yawning-like. Pleasurable crescendo, and then just sort of let it relax. Let's try it out. First time, let's just do the movement. Go gently. We're going to ramp it up. You'll have plenty of time to practice it, to go more effort. Let's just do a couple, just on one side. Coming on up, shoulder pulls toward the back of the neck. It's like you're pinching a playing card right there, shoulder to back of neck, and lowering down. Slow rotation. Let the shoulder rotate. Let that shoulder blade rotate away from the neck. Okay? Now, since you're two sides, you could do a test sometime of only doing that on one side, coming on up and lowering down. Just see if there's a difference from one side to the other. Now there is a difference for me. I'm going to just do the second side. So coming on up, I'm pulling the back of the shoulder blade, the spine of the shoulder blade. That's where trapezius attaches a lot. It comes out the outside of the shoulder as well. It wraps all the way around. And then from that medial edge, it pulls down as well. So let's find all of trapezius. Make that just the most pleasurable, yawning, pulling back of shoulder to back of neck. Pull back of neck to back of shoulder. Perfect. And come out of that easy, 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 easy. Slow. Let that lengthen on down. Shoulders just rest on the ribs. You could have both thumbs on your shoulders, shoulder blade. Find that hard bony area there, thumb right there. As we start to come up, that crest of the shoulder blade, the acromion process, you could call it, is going to come up, and it's going to pull toward the back of the neck. You could just lift up both elbows like you're trying to touch your elbows up above your head. Yeah, that. Probably for you, it's a little bit of a tired muscle, so let's go gentle. Just let it relax. That's the movement, rotation. You're shining your armpit up higher and higher up toward the sky. So let's try it out. When you're ready, start to come on up, pulling your shoulder blades together toward the back of the neck. Perfect. Rotate all the way, a big pleasurable contraction, and lower down smoothly and slowly. Let the neck sort of elongate the head up away from the shoulders, all the way down. Just letting the shoulders rest on the ribs. Shoulders rest on the ribs. If your ribs are contracted, shoulders don't have a good foundation. You got to get the ribs unstuck. That is just an essential part of my method, the Eric Cooper Somatics method. We're trying to acquire easy breathing space. That's the essence of my method. Easy breathing space acquisition. One more time, coming on up. Elbows on up. How is it different if your elbows are a little bit forward or if your elbows are back? Find just the sweetest spot. It's like you're trying to pull your shoulders up toward your ears. Shoulders rotate as they tip those elbows all the way up to the sky. Really make that pleasurable. Pull the elbows back so it happens in back. Perfect. Lower trapezius is actually pulling that inside corner of the shoulder blade down to help with that rotation. So push the spine forward a little bit, arch the back. Oh, just make that lovely crescendo. Slow, slow. Let the brain just savor all of that relaxing. That's it. That's it. That's it. Shoulders are just relaxed and lowered down. Beautiful. Let's find the middle. If you think about your back right between the shoulder blades, can you get middle traps? Pulls to the base of the neck, the upper thoracic vertebrae. When you're ready, coming on up, easy. You're pulling shoulder blades back behind you. Just make that lovely, that crescendo. Lowering down, easy, slow, 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 slow. Less and less, let them slide down. Can the shoulders rest on the ribs? That's what we want. Beautiful. Relaxed upper, middle, and lower traps. See how life is with relaxed traps. Enjoy it. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. My name's Eric Cooper, InspireSomatics.com. Blessings on your journey. I really encourage you to start at the very beginning of my Begin Here playlist. Just work your way through that. If you want to go to a more advanced practice, I have a playlist that's the movements that I've been practicing lately. Thank you so much for practicing with me today.